this question is again from APIs. What is difference between post, put, patch in terms of request comes to our service? So post, put and patch methods each serves a specific purpose in the context of RESTful API services. If you are Java backend developer or a web developer, definitely you would use this method at least one, right? So let's go through the differences of these methods once. Starting with the post method, it is used to create a new resource. The request body contains the data for the new resource to be created. Okay, and coming to the behavior of this method, a new resource is created on the server. The server is typically returns a status code of 201 created. Okay, and this post method is not idempotent. Idempotent means if we hit the same request multiple times, it should have the same effect or no effect. Okay, but here in case of post method, if you hit it multiple times, it will create that many number of resources. With the same request, since it creates a resource, so the resources can be duplicate. Hence, the post method is not at all idempotent. Coming to the next method, that is put. Put is used to update an existing resource or create a new resource if it does not exist. So it has dual purpose. Either it can create a new resource or it can update an existing resource. Here the important thing to observe with the put request is it contains the complete representation of the resource including the ID by which it can be identified. So the behavior of this method is it replaces the resource at the specified URI. If the resource exists, it is updated, else if it doesn't exist, then a new resource will be created. So depending upon the runtime behavior, it can return 200, 204 or 201 HTTP codes. And we can say put method is a idempotent because multiple put requests with the same data will result in the same state of the resource because the same resource representation has no effect. You can observe here with the sample resource, it is taking ID, name and email. So if you update the email for the same ID with the same email ID, it will have no effect, right? Moving to the patch method, it is used to apply partial modifications, say partial update of the resource. Unlike put method, instead of taking the entire resource, it will take only the required fields to update. Coming to the idempotency property, we can say patch is a idempotent method, but this again can vary based on the implementation. Multiple patch requests with the same changes will result in the same state of the resource, but we don't know at the runtime request if the request varies, again it can change. But the standard is we have to implement the patch method in a idempotent way.